Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And now look at him go. The 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. It's 70, Indy. Hey, check. Check safety.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Dalton. He's got Green. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. 56 to Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. In trouble, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
3 bucks.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
668. Regular. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing, Dalton. Caught by Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back-to-back running plays putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. It's complete. James White. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. 56, the mic, boy. 56. Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. I got you. Wide. Get wide. Look. Squeeze. Shoot.
First down, here's White. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Coming to you. Check. Greystone, Travis.
2nd and 6. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Through an opening, and there he goes. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And Dalton to throw. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Zoo.
So Dalton now. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And some room to work. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
70, Indy.
On third down, Herbert. Got his man, that's Harry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
56, check, 56. Hey, team 6, team 6. 56, go, Chief, go.
On first and 10, Herbert. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check 4, check 4.
On second down, it's White, and that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency had.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before break. Herbert looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it it falls incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Let's go. 10-2 start. Huge off Porter. Let's go.
From the gun on third down. Herbert going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
General West. Check nickel. All five.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mike 52. Got one.
Second and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Switch up.
From the gun, Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's put that team on the
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Record. Check. Protein spill.
Here's a second and 7. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. Third down here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the pass. Snake, Delta.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete to White.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Herbert completes this one to Meredith. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He's got Lacoste as tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Hey, Herbert. Go, jackrabbit, come on.
Throwing on 1st down, Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
That's going to be a long day.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Big hold of the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
3 buzz, 3 buzz. Check, check, check.
On first down, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Shift.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check 50.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Finding room inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 12-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.